Hello, Dixon Public Library. It's time for more drawing. Let's get started. All right, we're going to do a parrot. Well, it's a macaw bird. I think that's a parrot. We're going to start with the beak. And it's kind of like part of an oval. If you want, you can draw that circle. And we're going to trace the top of it. So it's kind of like, also like the letter C. And then we're going to curve down for the beak. And then we're going to go up and down for his head. Again, it looks kind of like the letter C. And it's going to keep going down this way. And then we're going to take a straight line down to the end of that beak. And then we're going to draw his body in. So his body is going to be like some parentheses. We'll put a curved line that way. And I'm going to do a curved line in the back too, but before we do that, we're actually going to draw another shape like that for his wing. Just kind of like that. Curved line there. And then we're going to draw some feathers. And to do that, we're just going to make some lines. And if you want to, you could add some backwards C's to complete the feather. You don't have to do that. Now we're going to draw the back of the bird. Actually, I'm going to bring this down just a little bit more. I'm just going to curve down. And this is going to go all the way down like that. And we will come down those back feathers. See that letter C? We can add some more lines in there. And then let's go back to the face. We're going to complete that beak by putting a curved line. Line is going to go up that way. And we'll put a little dot for his nostril. And then we're going to add some curved lines for his face area. And we'll put a little dot. And we've got our eye there. And then we'll just give him some legs here, some feet, the letter C. Another one, and another one. And then we'll put another C there, and a backward C. And we'll do the same thing over here. And we'll give him something to sit on, to perch on. You can put a few lines like that. Some parentheses to make the leaf shape. And then maybe a few lines in the tree. And then you get to decide however you want to fill in the rest. I might darken in this part of the beak. We'll just use some lines for that, just to make it a little bit different. Make it a little more interesting to look at. I'm going to darken in that eye a little more. And there's our macaw. Okay, this is a fun one. We're going to draw a panda bear. And we're going to draw his head like an oval. So, we've got our oval there, and then his body is going to curve down from the head. He's going to have a nice round body. And we're going to have his hands. We can make some curved lines coming down this way for his front hands. We can put a circle there. So let me fill that part in. And you notice I'm doing a couple of lines instead of one long line. That gives it kind of the illusion of fur or hair. And then we'll put some letter C's here, one that way, one that way, and we're going to do some longer ones this way. Just using whatever you know. If you use letters, then that's fine. So we've got our paws in the front, and then we're going to come down in the back, and we're going to put some ovals for his back paws. We'll put some letter V's there, and we'll connect it. So we'll just use some lines connecting it to the body. Okay, we'll put an oval for the mouth and nose area, and you want to have that nice big forehead. And then we'll give him some little tiny eyes so that he has a nice big head. We'll put an oval in for his nose, and we can even put another oval on top of that one and fill it in so it gives it a little highlight. And we're going to come down the line like that, and then the number 3, and then we will put an oval on each side for his ears. And then we gotta get the hair pattern right. So what I'm going to do is over between the arms, I'm going to put kind of an arc here. And so then pretty much all of this is going to be here. I'll put some circles in for the bottom of his paws, some bigger circles and some smaller ones on top. And then for his eyes, pandas have a very unique pattern here. We'll put some curved lines like that, and then we'll curve down and go all the way down to the nose, and then we'll curve back this way. And now we can fill that in. And let's see, I'm going to use just some jagged lines. Fill those areas in. Now it's starting to look a little more like a panda. And then we would also fill in this area. A little bit easier with the pencil, but marker works too. And it's really going to be this whole area here. Got our panda, and we'll put him in some grass. And there's our panda. Okay, I'm going to paint my macaw bird, and I'm going to start with some brown for the branch that the bird is standing on. I started with that first because I had brown from my last painting, so now I'm going to really make sure I rinse that brush off. And we'll get a little bit of yellow. And I'm going to paint the macaw's beak. And I'm going to put some on the wing. I want a little more intensity, so I need to get less water. If you need to get a sponge or a paper towel to wipe it off, that's fine. I'm going to get the claws as well. And then I'm going to use a little bit of green. Mix that right in. It's good to just do it while your paint is still wet, and it kind of mixes together by itself. And add a little bit of blue to the bottom part. And since I have blue on the brush, I'm just going to put a little bit of blue in the background. And we'll do a little bit of green as well. Just scribbles. We're not real interested in creating a whole scene. We're just trying to have a little backdrop, so you don't have to feel the need to paint every single leaf. We just have a few in our drawing, so I will paint those in. And now we're going to just add a little more color to the tail, and I'm going to put some red for the rest. A little more intense towards the bottom. Then I'm going to add some water to the top. Put some more red in there. And I think a little bit of orange would actually be nice as well. Yeah, I like that. Gives it a nice, warmer look. I'm going to go over some of the red that I already painted. And I'm just going to add a little bit to the bottom of that same orange, just a little bit to the bottom of that tree. And a little bit to the eye. And we have our macaw. Okay, here's our panda. Now this is going to be pretty easy, because I need white and black. Well, I already got white for the paper, but I may add a little bit of blue for the fur, and I'm going to add some water to that. Just to make it a little interesting. Add a little bit of blue here. And I'll add some blue. So he used a marker for the black of his fur. But I'll paint over that a little bit. Use some different colors. Some blue, or some purple. And for the background, I'm going to use some yellow. Really brighten things up. A little bit of green for the grass. You see how intense that is because it's not much water in there. So when I add the water, it weakens the color, which I'll do for the foreground, which is the area in front of the bear. And I'm going to put some more watered parts in the back, watered down green in the background, and I'll overlap the yellow just a little bit and create kind of another color with the yellow green, the yellow and the green overlapping each other. And put a little bit of green on the white of his fur. And there's our panda. Well, that was fun. Make sure you join me next time.